Hello, my name is Ram Das Bill Sinclair. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I wanted to share with you some of my impressions and ideas for the upcoming year about the major planetary placements. The good news is that after 3 years of pretty difficult placements for the major planets, this year everyone seems to be in a pretty good place in the signs, a pretty good sign, pretty good house in the charts. So this should indicate that unlike the last couple of years, this may be more a year of feeling of relaxation, of healing and integration of all the changes that have been coming about over the last 2 to 3 years. Today, what I'd like to do is review the eclipse dates that are coming up for us this year, and then I'm going to go sign by sign and give my impressions of what you can expect for this. Now, I should say I'm using the sidereal zodiac for astrologers out there, so that this may be a little different from the Western signs. And also, I want to clarify that this is a very general overview talk for the year. To really understand how you can maximize the planetary energy for this year, you should meet with, a Vedic astrologer. I'm available for consultations. You can contact me at bill@billsinclair.com. You can also visit the American College of Vedic Astrology for a list of qualified astrologers. So let's start with the lunar cycles for this year. So we have 5 eclipses that are going to be happening this year. The first one already occurred on January 10th, 2020. This was a lunar eclipse, and it was at 25 degrees of Gemini. So it's important to know, if you know your chart, if you have something at 25 degrees of Gemini, you're more likely to feel the results of these eclipses. This eclipse was paired with the eclipse that happened on December 25th in the United States, which was a total solar eclipse. So those two are now complete, and the next eclipse will be a series of 3 that will happen from June 5th to July 4th. So on June 5th, 2020, we will have another lunar eclipse. This will occur at 21 degrees of Scorpio. That will be followed on June 20th by an annular solar eclipse, which means it's not total. You'll still be able to see the sun, but it will be partially blocked. And that will happen at 6 degrees of Gemini. And then the last one in this series is on July 4th. This is a lunar eclipse, and this is at 19 degrees of Sagittarius. Now, 2 things come up here. The US chart has Sagittarius rising, and so there is a lunar eclipse on the birthday of the country. So it's something interesting to look at. There's also a lot of planets in the sign opposite this in Gemini. So this could indicate within, the July 4th to August 5th, in the next 30 days, there could be some shifting, changing, especially in the mindset of Americans. So we have to look at this knowing that all the conventions are going to be coming on, and it's something just to watch. I don't really do predictions, but I often see these planetary things that are coming up. And so it's just like important to watch and see what happens. The next 2 eclipses will happen in November and December. So on November 30th, there'll be another lunar eclipse. It will occur at 14 degrees of Taurus. And the last one is December 14th. And this will be a total solar eclipse. And this will occur at 28 degrees of Scorpio, almost 28 degrees, 59 minutes. So this will probably be the most intense eclipse of the year. And later on, as we go through the year, I'll be giving you more information about that and what it's likely to happen. So let's get into the signs. So what I've done is I've looked at the positions of the major planets and just see what is the general theme that each sign may be experiencing. For Aries, the planetary emphasis will be on earned income, good fortune, and career. By good fortune, I mean past life good deeds may yield their fruit now. So good things may come to you that are unexpected. And whenever that happens, you have to recognize this is positive karma that is being enacted. So you can expect progress and change related to your career this year. Financial advancement is indicated. and past life good karma will be maturing. And that's what will bring about the financial advancement and the career advancement. In the end of March until beginning of May, you may have unexpected changes to your job. This is because of Mars, and he often brings surprising and unexpected changes, but often they lead you to the good place that you really need to be in. Be sure to maintain a good work-life balance because fire signs are prone to burnout. After September 23rd, you'll start to get new income opportunities, and these will continue to come, or they may develop and manifest over the next 18 months. So let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, the best planet for Taurus is Saturn. And on January 24th, Saturn begins a 5-year transit of your houses of good fortune and then career. So he's going to go through Capricorn and Aquarius over the next 5 years. These are both very well placed and strong for Taurus. He will complete this whole transit on March 30th, 2025. Additionally, Venus, who rules your chart, will be in the first house from March 29th until July 31st. Use this time to make a 5-year plan so that you can maximize Saturn's natural quality of persistence to focus all your energies on accomplishing a major goal by the end of March 2025. This is how a really effective way to use the planets. Many people are always concerned when Saturn, is in any house, but for Taurus, it's a very good planet. So start to think about how you could use, this energy, because what he makes you do is he makes you work very hard, and he just is relentless and keeps pushing you. So if that's towards something that you really want to do and benefit, it can be a very pleasant experience. And that period from March 29th to July 31st is an optimal planning time. For Gemini, Gemini's strongest energy this year will be focused on career and relationships. Exalted Venus is in your your house of career for his annual transit. He's there every year from the 2nd to the 28th of February. So this is a good time to set your personal relationship and career goals for the year. It's important to be strategic this year because while Jupiter can give you great success and he's well positioned in the chart, because of where he's positioned in your particular charts of Gemini, he will also be presenting blocks and delays. And Saturn will also be challenging these same areas of career and relationships. So the best solution is to set goals and to pursue them with steady, constant attention. Mercury, your planet of intellect, will be strong in the chart from May 24th to August 1st, and from the 2nd to the 22nd of September. So these are good times to be checking in on your plan, to revise and readjust it. But again, this is what we're looking for, is when the planets are strong, make a plan, and you can then start to really make progress on your overall goals. In Cancer, from January 24th, Saturn begins a 2.5-year transit of your house of relationships and partners. This special transit promotes your independent nature and may bring leadership opportunities. This house is also related to your career and your sense of contentment. Changes in your career will be emphasized from August 17th until the 22nd of February 2022. So again, we have about a long period that you can begin to work in. Set a plan with specific goals to maximize Saturn's need to work, and you can accomplish many things. Saturn's placement will cause you to rethink what makes you feel successful and comfortable. You're likely to feel some anxiety and feel stuck during this process. So if you maintain a regular, simple daily practice of self-care, you'll succeed to get through these lulls that may occur with this. There's also an indication of a windfall of money coming in unexpectedly from March 29th until July 31st. So these are the ideas to start working at. And again, this will be all around relationships and partnerships for Cancers. For Leo, Leo's focus is on creativity, romance, and reputation. Jupiter spends most of the year in the house of romance and will focus on the lion's attention on relationships and children. Jupiter may bring reconnection with former romantic partners. Venus in the house of career from the 29th of March until the 31st of July will bring material comforts and enhanced reputation. Rahu enters the career house on the 23rd of September and will rework your reputation over the next 18 months. So this is an important thing. All your efforts for the last 18 years will be, all your plans around the house of career, you may find that you're rethinking all of those. And so in the next 18 months, you may make a major adjustment to the course of your career, or you may suddenly get a breakthrough and move forward for things you've been working on for quite a while. Virgo will have a primary focus on the home and domestic life. This year will bring insights into your true sense of happiness and contentment. What really is satisfying to you at this stage of your life? Children may gain further independence, and creative endeavors may reflect unpopular themes that you need to express. This is very interesting because Virgo is often thought of as the power behind the throne. But with the planetary placements that are there, it forms a specific indication that Virgos may be stepping forward, especially about home life and domestic issues and speaking truth to power. So if this comes up in your life and Virgo is strong in your chart, you may recognize, maybe a little unsettling at first, but recognize this is the planetary transit working in you. May 21st through August 1st will bring focus on your career, and you're likely to take on new tasks. Monetary gains are also indicated from March 29th to July 31st. So we have two indications here that you may have career advancement and be compensated for it appropriately. After the 23rd of September, take time to consider advice from others carefully, as you may get wrong indication. This is something that's going to go on through the end of 2021 for you. There's just a slight indication that you may have difficulty taking advice, or you may select the wrong advice. So luckily you're ruled by Mercury, which is an intellectual planet. Just question what you're hearing and check things out. Don't go into anything blindly. Libra. Saturn is the best planet for Libra. And he will be in the house of happiness and contentment for the next 3 years. This indicates change and growth in these areas. Growth often comes through challenges, and areas for development will identify themselves from March 29th through July 31st of this year. Issues surrounding intimate and business partners may also arise from August 17th through early October. Libra is the sign of diplomacy. So remember that you are identifying these areas of growth, and you have time to negotiate a mutually beneficial resolution. This is I want to summarize. I don't want anyone to be too afraid of this. It's just that you're really growing on a deep spiritual level in this area. And so as things this year, it looks like a lot of opportunity for things are going to come up. But remember, just take your time to work through them successfully and use your Libran skills of diplomacy to help you out. Scorpio. Romance and marriage may dominate the Scorpio mind this year, as Venus, the planet of love and marriage, will be strongly placed from the 2nd to the 28th of February, and also from the 29th of March until July 31st. Rahu enters the house of partnerships on September 23rd and will remain there for 18 months. So we have a lot of information about romance and partnerships for the Scorpio people out there. This can indicate that you will have a foreign involvement, or that new relationships may not be like the ones you've had in the past. So if you're in a relationship, it's time to really be open and to redefine and revitalize the parameters so that both partners' needs are being met. Scorpios often are not they don't like change. They like things fixed the way they are. but this is a time to really connect with your partner and check in and make sure both of you are getting your needs met. And, think what you might be able to add to the relationship to help deepen it and strengthen it. For Sagittarius, Sagittarians can commit to manifesting their best selves this year. Shake off any residual pessimism which may have accumulated over the past few years and start to live your very best life. Venus is exalted from the 2nd of February until the 28th of February, and this is your window to define what simple changes in your life would make the biggest impact. Consider the foundations of a good day, which include proper sleep, diet, exercise, education, which means learn something, and enjoyment, relaxation. Then craft a plan to incorporate small changes to move toward these goals. After the 23rd of September, this energy is going to lighten and you can continue your progress. It's very hopeful for Sagittarians. There was a lot of planets that have concentrated there in the last few months, so that energy has really been tuned up. And now you have the chance to step into this new energy, especially after January 24th when Saturn leaves, and see what changes have been made. It's almost like there's a software download. When we have a bunch of planets that come into one sign, it's like they're getting upgraded to the newest version. So now it's time to think, how is this enhancing your life and leading you forward on your development? Capricorn will undergo a transformation over the next 3 years, and this starts on January 24th. So it's important to establish a simple daily routine to keep your balance as the energy evolves. This transformation can redefine your relationships and your career, as well as how you are seen among your peers. If you establish clear goals in all of these or some of these areas, you can harness the Saturnian focus and persistence to make great progress. Without clear goals, you may feel stuck and frustrated. Be sure to identify milestones as you move toward the major goals so that you appreciate the rewards while you continue to work on the larger accomplishments. So again, this is also indicating a change area. Everyone's pretty much shifting and moving forward, which happens, every year. But the nice thing is there's no major impediment holding us back. Aquarians can use Venus's transit from March 29th until July 31st to improve their home situation. You can declutter your space or repaint, remove the furniture around, upgrade your curtains, whatever you want to do to beautify your home. These home improvements will add pleasure to your daily life, and they'll also reduce your stress. Jupiter is in a position for most of the year to deliver positive results from your efforts. These results can be monetary, they can be in the form of increased understanding of a situation, you can have increased recognition for your work, or even improved health. While Aquarians are often focused on helping others, this year you can step up your self-care so that you have the internal resources to continue to serve others, which is the core of the Aquarian mission. And finally, we come to Pisces. So February can be a very productive month as Venus makes his exalted transit from the 2nd to the 28th of February. This is a great time to set your annual goals. From the start of the year, Jupiter will bring career development and advancement through the end of March, and then again from July through November. This is a good time to invest in your career. Saturn, seated in the house of gains, may delay the recognition of your efforts, but do not be disappointed. You will get everything you deserve. It will just arrive later than expected due to Saturn. So those are my thoughts and ideas. If this is helpful for you, I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel. Part of my personal plan for my chart is to do more social media this year. So I wanted to offer this on the day that Sun moved into Capricorn. And I hope that you'll subscribe and we'll stay in touch over the coming year. Thank you very much.